What did you make of the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade?
Well, the first funny thing is that it was a really interesting couple of days because for 3 days the Supreme Court was illegitimate, completely immoral, terrible decision out of the US Supreme Court, and then suddenly a decision out of the New Zealand Supreme Court was the best decision. What a great court. So I did find that slightly amusing. What it comes down to is it depends whether you agree with the decision or not.
Do you think...
But should Roe v. Wade be repealed? Absolutely.
No, but and what did you make of the decision to repeal Roe v. Wade?
Oh, fantastic decision. Yeah. Anybody who thinks that the unborn child has a right to life and that their bodily autonomy should be recognised. I mean, that was a law made 50 years ago. It's an archaic law. It had to be booted out because it fails to understand what we've learnt through the fetal development of the child. And it's a great decision.
Do you accept that a majority of New Zealanders support legalised abortion?
In principle, they support abortion, but they don't support as far as it went. And actually, that's what the Gallup polls show in the US as well, is that when you look at first, second, third trimester abortions, the support goes right down to 13% for third trimester, only 28% for second trimester. Now, in New Zealand's law, you can have it up to 40 weeks. Between 20 and 40, you need the nod of the 2 abortion doctors.
That's right. What did you make of the political response, and in particular, the leader of the National Party?
Well, I don't think anything is off the table. I totally disagree that abortion is off the table. It's absolutely on the table for the pro-life movement. It's been a huge encouragement because the pro-life movement in America has fought for 50 years to overturn that horrendous law, court case. And New Zealanders, for the New Zealand pro-life movement, yeah, we're certainly not giving up. I mean, sure, the law changed 2 years ago, but in effect, we've had abortion on demand right since 1977. When the original act came in. So
I'm sure that your opponents would disagree with that characterisation. What did you make?
What's the characterisation?
That we have abortion on demand in New Zealand.
Well, we do. We always have had abortion on demand.
What did you make of Simon O'Connor's tweet and his decision to remove it?
Oh, I totally agreed with the post. That was a great day.
Yeah.
That's probably why I'm not a politician.
Well, I'm interested in that. How do you turn Roe v. Wade into political momentum for your movement?
Well, I think it's like any social debate. I mean, for example, let's take the cannabis referendum. We won that debate. We stopped the legalisation of cannabis, and we think that's a great decision. Does that mean that the pro-legalisation camp has packed up and said, oh, well, that's it, it's off the agenda, we're not going to do any more? Of course not. They're going to continue, and we're going to have to continue to put up the argument. And the interesting thing is that, unfortunately, now we've been deregistered. You know, that kind of sends the message, oh, it's okay to promote legalisation but not oppose it. That's a dangerous message out of the Supreme Court, is that certain views are unacceptable, and I think as the country's considering hate speech laws...
They were really... That's not a fair characterisation.
No, it is, because they said environmentalism and human rights is okay, but marriage and family is not. That's what the decision says.
They said you have every right to hold your views and to express your views. You just can't do them through the vehicle of a charity. That's what the Supreme Court said, which is an important distinction. You can express them, yeah, but why are they treating certain groups differently to other charitable groups who have the same function and same advocacy? Because very simply because you don't meet the standards when it comes to education and benefit to the community. That's the decision of the Supreme Court. Hey, let me ask you one more question.
So promoting family is not beneficial to the community?
Well, as I say, the Supreme Court says that you are promoting a discriminatory view. That is the view of the court.
But see, we've also talked about porn.
So let me ask you about the Supreme Court of the US. Obviously, that is a highly politicised body at the moment. Do you think that's good for America, having politically appointed justices deciding issues of this nature?
You could possibly put that argument up about the New Zealand Supreme Court. Are they political appointments?
Do you think that the US Supreme Court is perhaps more tribal than New Zealand?
Look, I think without doubt the US is more tribal. You know, you're either Republican or Democrat, whereas in New Zealand the mixed MMP has meant that we have a number of camps. I think even in Australia you've got a number of camps. The UK, a little bit tribal as well, I think. So I think it depends on the voting system.
So that's my final question then. I wonder if a majority of New Zealanders support the legalisation of abortion, and I accept your argument that some New Zealanders...
Depends perhaps, what type.
Yeah, but at the moment, the majority of New Zealanders support the legalisation of abortion, including even by your polls. Is it in the interest of societal cohesion to have a policy of this nature that is not in the interests of the majority?
Well, I think if you said to any charity, if you're not in the majority, you better pack up your tent, they would say, oh, forget it, we're going to keep working and we're going to persuade people. And so we will persuade people that actually we should be pro-life, we should give rights to the unborn child. I'd like to create a culture where we welcome every child and we support every parent. That's our aim. We believe that's a human right. But for some reason, the Supreme Court doesn't agree with our view.
Thank you very much for your time.
Good to be here.